Hello, Norbert.
Doing well today. I could see you were ready for this incredibly interesting match coming our way.
Oh, yes. Decided to go all in on the sports commentary look to signal my excitement for this last semifinal.
I know, amazing. It's now what's interesting is that we actually played this game earlier the week. Some of the fans I think caught us playing it. Why don't you give us some of an overview while I log in here of what the two rosters are like?
Yes, we did decide to play a game with the rosters that are up for this game. I was running Travis' roster, and Norbert was running Merzain's. We ended up playing, I think it was Mayor Fisk
Yes.
and, gosh, now I can't
Was
remember
it
the
Hammers?
extract.
Was it Hammers?
I think it was Spiders.
Spiders. It was definitely Spiders.
Yeah, it was Spiders. And yeah, it was very interesting game. I ended up playing Wakanda with the three staple Wakanda characters: Panther Shuri Okoye and Medusa Lockjaw. While you ran, if I remember correctly, Thor, uh, Angela, Miles, and Valkyrie.
Correct. Correct. Because Merzain was saying in his podcast that he likes to run a Web Warrior like Asgard affiliation.
Mhm.
So I thought I'd give
Yes.
it a go.
Yeah, I even think he mentioned that the Web Warriors used to be in there
Yeah, you know, he, I don't know.
as a double affiliation roster.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. He said he wanted to have a Web Warrior feeling, but then be able to have some brute strength, beat him up kind of stuff towards the end game.
Mm. And as he mentioned on that podcast, the Asgard can as well be played quite controlly. And also, what will be interesting to see here is how Travis chooses to go about this game because he's the one with the options here. Since he's running a dual affiliation roster and Merzain is running a single affiliation. So Travis can go either Wakanda or Brotherhood. My guess is that he will go Wakanda, like I did, mainly because Magneto doesn't like being staggered by Thor. He might have a plan for that, though. I'm not saying it's a bad matchup per se, but I do think that Wakanda on a low point crisis might be the way to go here for Travis
So
in case he wins priority.
how would you figure that with the fact that I haven't seen Travis play yet, but I have. We both have seen Merzain play, and he's extremely fast. He's like hardcore War Machine type quality fast. Travis apparently prides himself in also a very explosive game,
Mm-hmm.
moving quickly. How would you figure if those are their play styles, what size crisis they want to take? Fast, slow, big, small?
Travis, I think, would like to go small. My guess would be that he will, in case he wins priority, he will go for either Gamma or Fisk. Merzain is a bit harder to predict. He said on the interview with Xavier Protocols on the Danger Room that he liked to play a D map.
Hmm.
So maybe he's going to go for that because that's something he's familiar with, and that would maybe somewhat hamper Brotherhood should Travis consider them. So then it might be a bit easier for Merzain to know what to expect from the other side.
Yeah, that is fair. And you know what? We were talking about this particular table, which is of interest because it is a very heavy terrain. Lots of heavy terrain. Four
Mm-hmm.
pieces, size four pieces terrain on this one. Loads of side threes down here at the bottom. Loads of size twos. I mean, it's a joy for a Brotherhood player. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, it's a very advantageous table to Magneto for sure. which in case we end up with a high point crisis, then Magneto is surely coming in. The interesting thing would be, which way will Travis choose to go should the points level be 17, which is the most common one?
Mm-hmm.
Will he go for the Wakanda style or the Brotherhood? As far as I know from his interview, he likes to play aggressively, even with Wakanda, putting Medusa in there and Lockjaw promoting fast attack plays. So there might not be that big a difference between the two configurations as you might think from the get-go. But it will sure be interesting to see what path he chooses should the points level be 17.
Yeah, I don't see either one of them bringing a big roster with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like in other words,
No.
like push it on the 20 side. Let me take a look real quick here. I'm going to very quickly review the crises that were taken. So Merzain's taken Panic. Sorry, well, he's taken on Secures Deadly Meteors, which makes sense for Asgard. Riot Spark, which he says he likes a lot, actually, because he likes that configuration. And Terrigen Clouds, which is a 20-point scenario. Extracts, Fear Grips, Panic Grips, Struggle for the Cube, all mid size. Travis is taking Gamma Wave, Mayor Fisk, Mystic Wakanda Herbs. Oh, okay, sorry, I'm reading it wrong. Let me start over. It's Demons Downtown, Gamma Wave, Mayor Fisk, all medium to small. Then it's Herbs, Panic Grips, or Struggle from the Cube. Okay, so only Terrigen is really going to be a big point value. Have I stunned you into science?
No, I was just messaging you on some technical issues.
Oh, right. Okay. No problem. Can you see the screen now?
Still seeing myself. Oh, here we go.
It's better now?
Now we're on.
Okay.
Right.
So, I think. Oh, have we already got the players in the room? Let's take a look. Oh, it looks like yes, Travis Merzain. Yes, they are both revealing their.
There are the rosters.
I'm leaving the times there, but I'm going to move them down to the middle here because there was talk about them using chess clocks or a clock, let's say a game clock. I'm not sure if that's what they've agreed to do.
All right.
But if it is, I'll leave the clocks on so that people can see what the time is. If not, we'll take them back off.
There's a bit of a difference in philosophy there when it comes to this high-level games. I don't know what your opinions on chess clocks are, Norbert. I'm a bit on the fence about it because some people think that in these high-level games they shouldn't be decided on time limits. The players should have enough time to consider their moves to make the best plays possible. Then again, that might end up with a 5-hour final.
Yeah, well, this is it. We've been there before, haven't we?
Yeah, last year's final, for those who don't know, was a 5-hour game, which was very interesting, to be fair, but maybe a bit on the strong side for. They were seeing some priority roles here.
Yeah. Now, it doesn't not clear from our overlay, unfortunately, but Travis is playing red and Merzain is on the blue side today.
All right.
So where it says Art IR, that is Travis, and maybe they're just practicing their roles.
yeah, because there was 8 dice in there, so
okay, yeah.
I suppose that that wasn't the actual roll.
Maybe they should Australian rules or something.
He's playing with a handicap.
Boom, there they go. Okay, the overlay's corrected itself, and now everybody knows what they
All
need to do.
right. So we have Travis in red and Merzain in blue.
I wanted to mention today that the table judge will be Art Die Art from the Netherlands. He will be the main interface with the players and watching the game. But we also have QTR, quote my name, who is going to be the line judge. So if anybody has any comments about the game or concerns, you should message quote my name. He is in the chat and will relay important things over to the table judge. So that's how we're doing it, to make sure that the players and the lead judge are all focused on the game.
Someone in the chat is disappointed with your clothing.
I'm wearing my secret disguise. This is my Clark Kent disguise. So because I can't reveal who I am in real life. But I think the tie would make people wonder who you are as well. So it's like it's just a different disguise. I'm gonna ask quote my name. What's the status on the clock? What's the status on clocks? Are they using them today? That would be of interest. I don't think the idea was to use chess clocks. They were just going to use a game clock, but nonetheless, it would be an interesting development. But considering how fast
Indeed.
they both play, I don't know if it's necessary for these two fellas. Did we get no, we haven't gotten even the priority roll yet. Well, we got a couple of minutes. Everybody's just warming up.
Yeah.
No clocks in use. Oh, okay. They chickened out. They chickened out.
Yeah,
Well,
I guess that's fair since it hasn't been practiced thus far during this season.
yeah.
Maybe there will be a discussion about it coming up for season 5, but it's I suppose it's fair not to change practice mid-season, so to speak.
Right.
Um,
I'm gonna chalk it up to, how when two fighters ahead of the fight, they kind of like bounce into each other at these press conferences and talk a lot of smack. So I think the clock thing was just a smack talk that was going on
yeah,
to
yeah.
intimidate the other guy. You know how it is. It's all about psyops at this high level.
Oh yeah,
They both all
trying
know.
to get every advantage. And it's the players should be quite tense at the moment here because there is a lot at stake. This is a very exciting game we're having ahead of us. I'm feeling tense to be honest. We're really it feels very exciting that we're actually closing in on having a single champion after this tremendous season of 180 or so players.
170 players.
170 players.
Yep.
And there are only 3 left.
Yeah.
So one of these 3 will actually be our next champion.
Yeah, and there's so much from a national perspective on the line because
Indeed.
Australia's never been to the finals, and the United States hasn't been.
Morgan was in season 3 finals.
Oh, okay. I thought he got caught out in the semifinals.
Travis hasn't, though.
Travis hasn't. Yes. And as we all know, Morgan lost to Pat just this past Friday in a very tight game. Very interesting game.
That was some game, to be honest. There were so many brilliant moves in that game. One of the best games I have ever watched, to be honest.
It was creative. It was like the beautiful game. It was just the creativity of the players and reacting to things was just amazing.
Indeed, and Pat won out in the end, and I do think that I was extremely impressed with his ability to sort of pivot his game plan mid-game.
Exactly.
I think it was obvious that he changed direction like 2 or 3 times and managed to execute brilliant moves with just a different mindset from a minute to the next or a move to the next, which was very interesting to see.
Absolutely, and to your point, he moved his characters straight from one corner to the board to the other corner of the board twice during the course of that game, as the situation warranted.
Mm-hmm.
So it's amazing to watch that game. Pat also showed us how to help defeat Brotherhood by throwing terrain into each other to
Yes.
eliminate two pieces of terrain. So no damage to the characters, but gained himself amazing real estate on the board without any
Yeah.
terrain to worry
Denying
about.
Magneto the ability to throw two pieces of terrain into either Angela or was it Valkyrie, perhaps at
Yes,
that point in time, or Koya maybe. Which, if Magneto has run out of terrain, then he is severely his output is severely diminished.
okay, so going back to season three, we had now I remember we had Australia versus Esmond in the United States. So this is really on Merzain's shoulders to make sure that the United States still continues to compete at the finals table.
Yeah, and perhaps this is not what one expected after the incredible exodus of American players after the first round of the finals, when 7 out of their 8 players got knocked out.
Right, that's right. All
And
big names too. All big names.
yeah, yeah.
But
And now Merzain still has the chance to give America representation in the finals.
indeed.
The final.
I'm going to ask, quote my name, QTR, if the timers can be shut off, if indeed they're not using clocks, just so we get a little more screen real estate. Unless it's mine. Is it me? It's me. Never mind. I fixed it. All right. Well, look, this is a lot of warm-up dice rolling. Oop, now we even lost a... Okay, no. Okay, I guess...
Perhaps there's some technical issue with the dice trace.
Yeah, I'm just going to check
It happens
the
sometimes.
ping. Yeah, the ping on Travis. Well, he's in Australia, so it's really hard for you to fault
Hmm.
him, but his ping is really awful. Um, because they have little I think it's kangaroos that carry the internet packets across from the ocean, and so there's only so many they could carry at any time. It's not fair. Um, Rosters are out
Sorting
though.
out which kind of hidden zone to use correctly to hyperlink. I think that is the button
Oh
that says
yes,
hidden zone, not the hide roster one.
that's the problem. There is a
Yeah,
little bug where
there
you
we
can see the
go.
affiliations. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
there we
So
go.
looks like Travis has picked secures. If this is indeed how we're going, I didn't see the priority roll being rolled, but
No, me neither.
yeah, hot dice. It is true. Travis supposedly has very hot dice, which is interesting considering.
Does could we perhaps ask quote my name who got to pick?
Yeah. Did we miss the priority roll? But I'm thinking it's Travis. Who quote my name? We need priority. Who's the priority? Ooh, looks like we got at least one. Yep, here we go. We got Ride Spark. That's Merzain's favorite scenario, and
And Wakanda
Herbs.
Herbs.
Mmm.
Yeah, that pegs it up for a brawly game, I think, because Travis has some interesting plays with Lockjaw and Black Panther on Herbs. He used them in the not the what's the name of the not the quarterfinals, the 16,
Sweet 16.
the Sweet 16 final.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he faced off against Sploosh, and they played Fisk and Wakanda Herbs, and Lockjaw played a great part in that game. So maybe we'll see something similar here.
Cool. So
Um,
I'm being told, it's not confirmed, but I'm being told that Merzain won priority.
all right, then I would expect him to choose 17 if I would have been him, because I think that Travis Wakanda Splash gives him an advantage at 15.
Yeah, I see Travis choosing table edge, so it looks like he lost priority. I
Yeah.
don't need. How do you feel about him losing? Oop. How do you feel about him losing priority?
That is not huge for Wakanda. In fact, most of the time you don't want priority if you want to go for a more controlled style play, because that gives you the last activation
Yep.
and the possibility to sort of like put the finishing touch on every round.
Yep.
Then, given that we know his play style is rather aggressive, then maybe that is not exactly in line with how he wants to play the game, but he for sure can pivot into a more control style game. Although, with the Wakanda herbs being the extract here, the game can go in two very different ways. Either one of them gets a hold of a herb and manages to put it on the other side, or that character ends up being dazed, and there is a brawl around one of the sides, trying to get the herb back.
So
Also,
you think the
if Enchantress is a big character on this scenario, if Merzain can get her in there, I'm expecting him to, because she can actually. She is the only way to actually grab the opponent's herb, because you can use Amora's Kiss on an opponent's character holding their herb, which allows her to run off with it. She can't score it, but she can hold it.
Right. So, but you're thinking that they're actually going to try to score on herb instead of just leaving it as a way of deadening the scenarios in general.
It'll for sure be interesting to see what path they choose to go. Some people who like more brawly lists usually just play it as a dead extract and don't try to score it.
Yeah.
We'll see. Both players have the possibility to go either way.
No, look, when we did this practice game earlier in the week, we tried to really get into their minds and their heads when we were playing, and we picked up their accents as doing so as kind of a consequence. Do you think that's going to happen here today? Because I need to know which role I'm playing, that's all.
Oh, now we're just the neutral commentators here, Norbert. You have to be professional.
Okay, maybe I'll pick up a Swiss accent and a Swedish accent.
Being Swiss is very neutral.
Swiss, yeah, I don't know about Swiss.
Those guys have never been in a war.
The best conversations we're talking to Swedish guys in War Machine about war yaks, always with the war yaks.
War yaks
instead of the war jacks.
Yeah,
soft J. It was good times.
Indeed.
I mean, Swedish Chef is kind of a old, it's an old character, but it's still kind of timeless. Don't you think?
Yeah, in Sweden, people think that Swedish Chef actually sounds Dutch.
It's always a way to deflect. Hey, I'll tell you another thing. You know Pepe Le Pew, that Looney Tunes character?
Pepe Le Pew.
It's a skunk.
I probably do, but he's probably called something else in Swedish, and I haven't heard I'm not familiar with the English name.
Okay,
can you describe him?
Yeah, he's a skunk, which is black and white. And his thing is, he stinks, obviously, because he's a skunk. But he keeps, the gag is that he comes across a black and white cat that has a similar stripe down its tail. And he keeps trying to, have this cat go out with him, or basically be his, companion. And the cat is just like not having it because he stinks. Does that ring a bell now?
It rings a bell, but I can't remember his name in Swedish. I know which character you're referring to.
Yeah.
I remember watching.
So the thing is, I learned recently. So in America, it's Pepe Le Pew. So he's French, right? Because the French had in the 50s a reputation of not showering very much, just using cologne. Yeah.
And eating tons of garlic, maybe.
Yeah, possibly. And so I asked a French lady at work about it, and how do they react to that and this and that. She goes, "Oh no, he's not French. He's Italian." So in French, on the French TV, they make him out to be an Italian. Yeah. Oh man. You'll have to look it up then in Swedish TV, what nationality he's supposed to be later.
I do.
Well, they're taking their sweet time picking their friggin' rosters. I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, it's a lot on the line here.
You know,
Um,
this clock.
Merzain, what are you doing in the chat? Concentrate.
Yeah, seriously. Maybe he's picked already. Maybe Travis is having uh, kangaroo trouble. I hope that's not the case. We don't need that tonight. We want to see. It's 4 a.m. by the way, folks. 4:12, I think, for Travis. He is kind
Oh
of getting.
my.
Well, he has a newborn, and so he
Mm.
says it's he's up anyway.
Yeah, I know how that is.
Oh yeah, so you would know. So yeah, I could see that. So he wants to get this game out of the way. So the way I see it is if this baby gets cranky early, he's going to probably do some suicide runs earlier, and Merzain's not going to know what hit him.
Mhm.
It's possible.
Yeah.
That is definitely one of the fun things that I think I miss from War Machine is that as a commentator, you'd see the slow game and you'd see everybody trying to get attrition, trying to get points, but then there was always that impulse to see the assassination run get set up, and you could see it coming, the way they would set up their models and the way that things would go a little slower because they're thinking things through, and then the excitement of seeing whether it pans out or not was something to behold.
Yeah, I'm actually quite happy to be rid of the assassination runs, to be honest. Uh,
It's a bad taste in your mouth.
no, I just thought it was. I always liked War Machine in spite of the assassination runs,
Oh, interesting. Interesting.
rather than thanks to them.
Yeah.
'Cause I always when I played myself, I always strive to win by points rather than attrition or assassination. It just, I guess it's the way that made me feel the smartest. So to
Yeah,
speak.
yeah, sure, sure, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was always that moment, where at any given time it was on the table. Oh,
Mhm.
as a I could see that as somebody who's trying to play a solid game and not let anything go to chance. It's like,
Yeah,
so
I guess there's a comparison here for the with the MCP that because I think the idea behind the possibility of an assassination run is to make it so that there is always a chance for both players to take the game home, even if the attrition side has become sort of one-sided during the game. There's still an out. I do, however, much more like the sort of rubber band mechanic of MCP, where it's not possible to actually remove characters in one round.
yes,
You always have the chance for a comeback
yeah,
and to win the game properly, so to speak,
yeah,
not snatching it away under the nose of an opponent who is ahead by 4 points, needing only one more to win the game, and then losing. Maybe there were games where the caster was the only model that you actually lost, and the opponent could have lost like 2/3 of his army, and that always.
See, that's so funny because for me that is life. I'm like, that is what you want to see, just the insanity of the game. But anyhow,
I do remember one of our epic War Machine showdowns in Oslo last year.
Oh yeah,
just before the last tournament I attended before the pandemic hit, and you were like singing this song. That's life. That's what all the people say.
That's probably
Safe to say I won that game.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
won that
Norbert.
game. No, I fully believe it. But I could have been singing about the impressively expensive beers in Norway at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like a national sport. How high we could price each pint of beer.
I expected them to be more expensive, to be honest.
Hush your mouth. Hush your
But
mouth.
I'm Swedish. But the beer is quite expensive here as well.
Oh wow! Merzain was just saying he was at War Machine Weekend when Loud Chris from Australia won the event. I was there. Yeah. Your buddy watched him puke. He was in my room. So yeah, he that was an amazing year for him. He won
Was that the Mad Dog year?
Yeah, yes, correct. It was Mad Dog year. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Looks like we're getting finally.
Oh, we got it here.
Travis woke up. The Kangaroos have finished delivering his roster to the table, and
He's running 16 points here.
16 points.
So it looks like he actually,
Merzain took 16, did he?
Merzain took 17. So Travis has actually chosen to go play 1 point down, it seems.
Holy crap.
Maybe it's because he really likes the combination of characters. This is the exact lineup that he played in the against Sploosh. I think, I'm not sure, that he played it a second time in the quarterfinal. Can't remember who he faced there.
Wow. Maybe he wanted to be Five Wive. Maybe that's the important thing for him because of Wakanda.
Yeah, but he could, for instance, have played MODOK instead of Medusa. I think he has MODOK in his roster. He does, yes. That sort of implicates that he will try some kind of herb play, I think, because Medusa can also teleport characters, albeit a slightly shorter distance than Lockjaw. And I agree with Restart Gaming in the chat that Medusa is so hot right now.
Yeah. No, we hear you. Quote my name. We totally twigged onto it. He picked 17, but decided to play 16. Totally get it. I'm thinking this is interesting because we had a player in the elimination rounds play 1 point down, but that was by accident, if you recall. I think it was against Jacob, wasn't it? The fella who played 1 point down. But that was
that's true. That's true. The one where Jacob went 3 wide and won. I can't remember who he was playing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think it was an American, though.
Yes, fairly certain it was.
Yeah. And so, but the fellow there, I'm pretty certain, had admitted that it was just an error because of some stress at the beginning or some rushing, what have you. But here, Merzain was busy chatting with us, so I'm going to hope it was by design and not because he was enchanted by our amazing banter.
It was Jay Sukolo.
Thank you. So great. I'm going to see how we're doing here. So we've got Thor on the left-hand side. We've got Okoye now going, doesn't look like within bodyguard range. He's probably just trying to clear this cargo box.
Yeah, exactly. Not being hampered by his movement.
Shuri right in the middle.
The exact same spot where I deployed Medusa in our game for the same reason. And Lockjaw is going in on the left flank there. And we have Valkyrie.
Thank you, Chris.
Yeah, Lockjaw will naturally be on the same flank as Travis Herb to teleport the one who grabs it, giving him a head start on the race to his container.
Right. Remind me, Huggy, I'm going to play you. I have an amazing herb play within humans that I'm really excited about. So
all right.
Try it
sounds exciting.
Yep. We'll leave that for another stream. It was just a little tease. Yeah, no, I'm actually pretty psyched by it. I think it's got some legs.
Very interesting.
All right.
Does it include Hawkeye?
It includes Hawkeye, so maybe you know where I'm going. So we got on Travis's side, last minute save. Okay, so that's the Lockjaw card. All you've got, that's a favorite of his, as I understand it. Wakanda Forever, obviously. Brace, Medpack, obvious. Merzain's taking climbing gear. Go ahead. Sorry.
I expect it to be quite hard for Travis to get much value out of last minute save this game because Merzain has a ton of control in his team. He has Thor has a throw, Enchantress has Siren's Call, Valkyrie has a throw, and Shuri has pushes, which means that he has very many opportunities of getting characters outside of 3 from Lockjaw before they KO, which causes that card not to work.
Yes, I totally agree. It is a
There may
little.
be situations where we might see some advanced maneuvers from Travis' side to get value out of it anyway, and it's also valuable as a deterrent, of course. Um,
I just want to look real quick. Merzain has taken Brace for Impact, Odin's Blessing, Rainbow Bridge, Med Pack, and Climbing Gear. So of all of those, the Climbing
mhm.
Gear I think is the most interesting and makes sense
Yes.
since he's playing against Wakanda and is going to be expected to be pushed around a bit.
Yes, mitigating one of those short pushes that Travis has a ton of. Um, he could, of course, have gone for so the ones he left out were disarm, hard muscle, which is natural. There's nothing to use that on, and no matter the cost. So yeah, uh, probably. So disarm was the only one up for discussion here, and since there is no real big beater on Travis's side, then I guess that settles the deal.
So Shuri's gone on to the home secure, which makes perfect sense, and it looks like the other Shuri is playing the same game. It's interesting. One has a red hauler and a blue hauler. They really should have been the other way around. I'm not happy with this, uh, asymmetry.
Oh yeah, the switcheroo.
No, it's not right. It's not. Judge, stop this game right now. Okay, so next up, true to form, both players are moving smartly along. This is the kind of game I happen to like, being an old hardcore player. Um, and he's moved Thor to grab the herb and sit on
Mm,
the secure. Nice one.
yeah, interesting to see this move early.
Well, who's going to beat him up? Okoye?
He's
Well,
no, no,
Okoye.
yeah, no one's gonna beat him up. It's just showing his hand here.
I see what you're saying. Yes, especially because yes, the herb is protected. You can't take it away from the other person. Well, I guess hard muscle moves it. No, something moves it around. I think I've forgotten.
Uh, no, only by dazing Thor. As a matter of fact, at this point, I would not have picked up the herb
Hmm.
because Thor has no possibility to move this round.
Right.
Maybe if he takes damage, he can climb in gear. But if he should get dazed for some reason, obviously there is an extremely small risk for that happening. But in cases where there is a chance for that happening, then when he gets dazed,
Herb. Yeah.
he will drop the herb two away from himself,
Yeah.
so he can't immediately pick it up. He has to spend an action to get it. And since the next turn is when he's going to start his journey towards the container, he can just as well pay a power next round, pick it up, and move away. Then again, if he doesn't pick it up immediately, then of course Travis has the chance to push him away, um, which I guess is possible. I mean, we could see Lockjaw teleporting Medusa, for instance, and then her moving once and maybe getting one strike into Thor, pushing him away. So yeah,
Well, now I see
maybe
here is
that's
looks like Travis is going for an herb play. I mean, he's gonna, well, he's having a little trouble here, but Black Panther's gonna pick this up. Long mover. He's gonna get Lockjaw to move him over, and then he's gonna get Medusa to do the Royal Decree, moving a bit more.
mhm.
It won't be a turn one play, but he's clearly going. Oh, come on, Travis, just give it a break. You could, it'll be fine.
So now Merzain will have one activation where he is able to attack Panther. Uh, I would expect him to go with Valkyrie and do a charge and hope to be lucky.
You don't think Enchantress would rather just move him forward towards the, Merzain's deployment zone?
Maybe, but I'm not sure that makes that big a difference. Because what's going to happen, Travis' next activation most likely is for Lockjaw to go and teleport Panther out of there,
Right.
and
Right.
I don't think he loses that much distance Does he? Yeah, he picks it up
Yeah. So
there.
Xavier Protocols, as always, makes it interesting, smart. Yep, there it goes. He's predicting that Valk would come and throw him away. Yeah, and so I agree. The thing with Lockjaw is he can't walk forward and be within 3 of Black Panther if Black Panther gets tossed backwards a bit.
Lockjaw can teleport himself forward and then teleport
Yeah,
Panther. I
that
would be my guess,
that's true. That
even if Panther is thrown here.
hmm,
Um,
let's see. But then he could just
he
still do
does need
Enchantress.
to, yeah, he does need to get Panther away from Enchantress because if Merzain can find a way to after Panther has been teleported to move Enchantress so that she stands next to Panther for the first activation next round, he can Amora's Kiss and then run away twice. No, he can only run once with the herb.
That's right.
So
Exactly.
yeah,
All right, so we've seen the throw. Beautiful. And he's sitting on the secure. So life is and sitting on top of this cargo box. So she's just like, yeah. I could see her
mm,
sitting on the cargo box, her legs crossed, swinging, saying, "Bring it, Doug."
mm.
Because Enchantress is just going to be like, yeah, don't you? Oh, okay. Let's see a little bit of measurements. A little bit of measurements. Hubba hubba. Yeah, just like you said, Huggy.
It's
There's
likely Travis expected this
yeah,
as well and has
sure.
some sort of
Yeah,
time for it.
there he goes.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem there.
no problem. Where is he going to go? Just away towards the herb. Herb is over there. Travis. No.
So
There he goes.
he's definitely close enough for Enchantress to mess with his placement.
Yes. And I mean, basically, he needs to make sure that Medusa can actually. Well, she needs to come and be within 2 of Lockjaw for this turn 2, and be within 2 of Black Panther to be able to Royal Decree him. Well, does she have enough power to do that at this stage? Actually, no, because this isn't in humans, so she's only going to be sitting on 1. Yeah, she can't do that. All right, here comes the siren's call. There he goes. Look at it. He's sporting those custom measuring tools. Brilliant. Merzain always pimping it.
Advanced R&D. So he's going to have to double move to get there.
Yeah. That's fine, though. I mean, because what else is she going to do?
He will get the chance to do another Siren's Call or a throw before Panther gets to activate next round.
Yeah. Oh, look at him. He's totally working out the Medusa angle. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good. He's on top of it. He knows what's going on. That looks like not like a small base, but looks like a medium base between those 2 spots.
Yeah, being able to get Medusa one more power would have been kind of big here, I think. Because she can also teleport Panther. But there's no advanced R&D on his hand.
No. No. This is why I've been loving Inhumans so much. They're so flexible with their power.
Their power transfer, yeah. I guess she could do the same thing in Avengers, but then you would be playing Avengers.
Everyone's enjoying your professional attire today, Huggy, and I do commend you on that. But on the other hand, folks,
Thank you.
I brought whiskey to this event, and it's a good brand, no less. So I think there's going to be some way for me to make up not having a tie on. I should hope.
I was afraid there was some sort of non-alcohol policy on Twitch.
That's a good point. I don't know. I did say it was for mature audiences. I did click that button, so because I just didn't want to deal with any of that. So, all right, a lot of measurements here. Still trying to figure out where to put Enchantress. No.
Is it Scotch or Tennessee whiskey?
And believe it or not,
Norbert?
it's actually English whiskey from Suffolk.
Oof.
Yes, that is how deep I've gone just for this game. I'm not a fan of Tennessee whiskey or bourbon for that matter. I'm so sorry.
Mhm.
I know I'm American, but nonetheless.
All right, so Enchantress grabbing some cover there.
That's a good point.
Um,
But why does he keep measuring 3 to? Oh, I guess he wants to move him and siren call him. Yeah.
yeah, I actually thought he. Yeah, okay, so he's setting up for a double spray
Ah,
next
okay.
round.
Brilliant. I
I don't
do.
know if Panther got within one of Enchantress there. Looks
No, I would
like
say
it's
no.
just out.
Yeah, I would say no.
Mm.
Uh, Restart gaming. Yes, Irish whiskey is actually probably my favorite if I had to choose one particular area. But why? I prefer to be promiscuous with my whiskey.
My favorite is actually Japanese
Yeah, Japanese makes some
whiskey. Yeah.
smooth whiskeys. It's like silky. Mm.
Mm. My absolute favorite is Nika from the Barrel,
Yeah, so
which
Cathal.
is actually a blended,
Well,
but
that's
it's really, really
okay.
good.
That's okay. So Cathal was
Yeah,
asking
that
about.
has nothing to do with quality. It's just,
It's just how it's made.
um, yeah.
So people are asking about Chantra stealing the herb, but this is what we're again talking about earlier. So dropping
Yes.
the herb is one way of getting it to move, but the Enchantress can steal it. And
Which makes it so that Travis will have to daze Enchantress. And as Xavier Protocols has stressed in the chat, we'll see how much trouble Merzain has to cause to Travis' herb plan here before he decides to abandon that play
yeah,
and
yeah,
just go all in on the attrition.
it's interesting for high level players to play herbs because it's such a high risk, high reward
Mhm.
scenario. Um, Oh, other thing I learned recently is Criminal Syndicate when Toad is another way of moving that herb around. So Toad can take it off of one
Yes.
of your friendlies, and then Criminal Syndicate has that ability everyone forgets about, affiliation ability to move.
Yeah, they can play hot potato with the herb across the entire board. I actually played a game like that yesterday against Rorin, Johan Dierlind,
Mm.
which was very interesting. I anticipated it because we've been talking about it. So I think that what you want to do is like break the chain somewhere mid-table
Mm-hmm.
to make it hard for him to move once and be within 3 of a character on the other side of the table. Criminals aren't fast, to be sure. But I know that Pat had 1 loss actually during the league
Right.
in the East bracket, and that was against said Rorin doing a criminals her play, which Pat did not expect.
Love it, love it. Devilish Scandinavian tech. All right, so let's see. We've
A
got
card that I've come to like very much the last few weeks is actually Mission Objective,
okay.
which allows you to do the same thing as the criminals leadership once, but also it allows you to pass on an extract if you're about to drop it, like for instance being dazed. So that can give you a really nice insurance policy for any extract, basically, but maybe particularly when it comes to herbs, since there are so many points invested in that extract.
Yeah. So we just saw Medusa go within 2 of Lockjaw, stay outside of 5 of Shuri, which is a bit of a shame because of the stupid hauler didn't let him move, within 1 of the thing. So he could have been within 1, sadly, if that hauler was placed a little differently. Um, but now we have Okoye and Thor hanging out, so
Mhm.
probably Okoye is meant to hold that point against the other Okoye.
Um, Xavier Protocols is asking if we're expecting to see either Shuri doing anything before about round 4.
Yeah, score points.
Um,
Score points and
yeah,
eat popcorn.
yeah. Camp on those secures. I could see Travis's Shuri trying to push Thor as he travels along. My guess would be that he's gonna move Okoye first so he can bodyguard that shot. But maybe Shuri will be able to. It'll be hard for Thor to not end up within 5 of Shuri for the double tap.
So,
It might force him to move suboptimally.
Merzain's Okoye was having none of that from Travis's Okoye.
Mm-hmm. So
right.
that's turn 1.
That is turn
and
1.
We have a 3-1 score for Merzain, it looks like.
Wow. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad start.
No? I wonder if Travis is regretting playing 1 point down yet.
Well, so far so good, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, what happens this turn will for sure be interesting. My guess would be that Enchantress goes first to mess as much as possible with Lockjaw and Panther's activations. Yes, there we have the spray. I mean the beam. War Machine habit.
All good.
So it'll be interesting to see if he actually tries to grab the herb off Panther. Like Siren's calling him within 1 and taking it away, if he manages to generate that much power, or if he just settles on spraying twice and then Siren's calling them out of position.
Yeah, he
as much as possible.
Unfortunately, well, first attack didn't do anything.
No.
Something changed there real quick.
Yeah.
That was
I'm not sure we're seeing the dice on the overlay.
Yeah, here it comes.
There's 1 block there. And there's one
hit on this. Boy, Merzain's rolls were crappy. Oh, Travis didn't. He's going to do... Well, what the heck?
Or is this the Lockjaw?
Oh, right, of course. He's hitting 2 different attacks, of course.
Yeah.
So, Lockjaw took 1,
see how...
it looks like. Oh, no, that's power. Beg your pardon. Sorry, I got confused.
Although Enchantress does not need to deal damage to gain power here.
Yep.
So...
just having targets is how she gets power.
Yeah. Looks like she is going for a second beam. Yes. For sure. And now she has a ton of power. I guess she could, yeah. He is doing the Amora's play here.
Yep.
Panther is certainly capable of dazing Enchantress, but it forces him to spend his activation over there. Or although he could move Medusa up, and she is most likely going to do short work with Enchantress, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Merzain is now carrying both herbs.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So let me.
Yeah,
did he?
We'll see
I missed
if
it.
This was the correct play or not.
Did he move Black Panther as well?
He did.
Yeah. So he moved Black Panther to his own Enchantress, and then
So
stole
he was at 6 power, so he had to spend 5 to pull that off. But now Enchantress is gonna take some damage from either Panther or Medusa. My guess would be that Medusa will try and daze Enchantress, and then Panther will pick up the herb and run.
Yeah.
And then be teleported further by Lockjaw.
Really interesting game so far. Players doing all kinds of stuff that you don't really see every day.
Yeah, this the Lockjaw. Travis is actually playing the same lineup as I did in our practice game, Norbert,
right?
Or our analysis game, basically.
Yep.
And I realized that Lockjaw has a tendency of putting you hard in the tank because the possibilities are basically infinite. Mm-hmm. He can do so many things that it's really hard to
Find the right path.
Find the right path. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We're measuring from Enchantress. He's looking for 3 because of Medusa.
So,
Medusa
yeah,
can
I
attack at 3.
guess he's measuring where Medusa needs to be.
You know, if she's within 2 though of Lockjaw, she could do Royal Decree and then get to.
Yes, but yeah, you mean Royal Decree to get 2 attacks onto Enchantress? That is true.
Yeah, Royal Decree over
Because,
to the point and then start.
Yeah, for sure. And if she's lucky with the wilds, she might actually have what it takes to daze both characters.
Hell yeah! Here it comes.
I guess what he would be considering is whether he wanted to save the power to use for lowering Enchantress's defense, which he won't be able to do now. So it's gonna be 5 dice against 5.
Yep, there it is. Beautiful. Nicely done, Travis. Except he's going to play this game again where he keeps not getting the... There she goes. All right, that's good enough, dude. You got it. All right, now here we go. Everybody's favorite character.
Is she now within 2? Looks like she's within 2 of Enchantress, which means that she's not going to benefit from cover.
Okay, good point. Travis still not happy with the positioning. Squeak her in there. Make sure she's nice.
The hair is a nuisance on that model.
How dare you? Hair is beautiful. I
would like to know her hairdresser.
Yeah, that is one serious scrunchie holding that together. Yep.
Within 2.
Boom, boom, boom. Hubba, hubba, hubba.
With a margin, it looks like.
All right, what is she sitting on, though? She's sitting on 0 power, so she's got to eat the first attack full blow.
Yeah, that's what I think Travis was considering, whether it was better to Royal Decree to get 2 attacks or walk to get 1 attack, but against 2 defense rather than 5.
All right, here's the first attack. I'm supposing against Enchantress. Merzain didn't roll terribly well. Although she gets the reroll. No, of course not. It's wrong character.
Travis has rolled the wild, it looks like.
Yep.
So that is 2 damage to Enchantress.
4. Yikes.
Which is enough for him to 3 damage.
Yeah.
She had 1 blow. Okay. There was
a crit, I think.
A crit, yeah. Oh, a bit of a delay here.
Maybe a reroll.
Yes, of course, the Inhumans reroll.
Yeah. And
so
2 saves this time
probably
for Enchantress.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he paid the power to lower her defense because he was rolling 5 dice again.
Okay.
And that was a horrendous roll from Travis. 3 skulls and 2 blanks.
Yep, very bad.
Now he throws her.
Boom.
With the he pushes her with the attack.
With the attack, yeah, because Medusa only throws terrain.
But he can only push her once due to not dealing damage on the second attack.
Yep. Oh no, she throws characters, not terrain. The other way around. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, M key. Thank you, my friend.
I guess he could have kept her there to and spend the 3 power to throw Valkyrie into her, but then that would probably just trigger a brace from Merzain.
Here's the 2 crits.
So he seems to have paid the 2 power. Or 2 crits, yeah, that's really lucky from Merzain. 2 blocks against 3, maybe. Travis has the ability to use the Wakanda leadership for an additional reroll, which he does there, yeah.
Yep, there it goes.
Spends the power. So currently 2 damage going in. He needs 3.
Oh, he gets it.
There he gets it. He's down.
Oh.
That's very important.
Yeah, that basically
so now
saved...
he can. Now it's interesting that he pushed her because now he can actually place the herb in such a way that she could use. Because
Odin's blessing, nice one.
Odin's blessing, yeah.
Oh, so he's still alive, Enchantress. Yeah, nice one,
yeah,
Merzain. Well done. 1 hit
maybe,
there.
Yeah,
plenty of saves.
Given how the dice turned out, that was certainly the correct play. But since Travis rolled the wild, I think that he had a very good chance of actually dazing her anyway.
That was amazing. Well done
So
on
a
both
bit of
those
a
picks.
gamble from Merzain.
Yep. Yep. All right. Shuri range. She's in Shuri range. Oh, is this
I'm
another
wondering
push?
if he's... Yeah, this is a push.
Mm-hmm. Medusa doing her Medusa things.
Up. Trying to maximize the distance, trying to get the herb as far north as possible, so to speak,
Yeah.
before Enchantress Daces, so that he can place it. Oh,
Wakanda
there's a
forever.
Wakanda Forever.
Wow.
Very interesting. Now Panther is probably going to strike Enchantress and push her even further towards his container on the other side of the field.
I think this is a Shuri push.
Yeah. So I guess he could use Shuri to just put 1 damage on Enchantress, but that would push her further away from the container. I don't think that's what he wants. But the 1 damage to Enchantress will certainly be worth it, I think.
Here we go.
And he will only push her into Medusa, which is not that bad.
Not a
So
good
he
hit.
has 1 block. And
2 hits with a
blocks
crit.
1. Yeah. And Shuri caps on 1 damage. So here it's just rolling the crit to see if he gets a skull and generates an additional power.
So this is a little interesting because Travis is putting a lot of energy in getting this herb, but on the other
Yes.
hand, Thor is not going to get over to the vessel, his vessel, very.
To be fair, this is only his first activation.
Yeah.
We're still in Medusa's activation.
Yep.
So there are plenty of characters to go.
Chantress is just getting beaten up from one angle from another. Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
She's like punch drunk walking around.
Be interesting to see if
Oh, there she goes. Dazed.
if Merzain and she should be pushed before being dazed. What I assume is Panther, and I do believe that he will want to push her.
Panther says before damage is dealt, push. So yes.
Yep. You can never avoid his push, unless you push the enemy character into something, which he might do to keep the herb in the right place. But it looks like he's just gonna try to get it as far as possible.
Yep.
And then maybe.
He's gonna put the herb backwards though. Interesting.
Hmm.
You would have thought it'd go forward,
This
right?
is sort of suboptimal, I think, because now it's not that far as it could get towards his container, and it's not within 1 of Panther.
Right, exactly.
Maybe he wants to pick it up with Medusa here, but I really think you want it on Panther, to be honest. It'll be interesting to see. My guess would be that Merzain will now take his chances with Valkyrie and see if she can explode onto Panther and daze him.
Right. That's really risky.
But it looks like he's
going to Okoye now. He's just going to let that side cool off a little bit. Doesn't look like Okoye did much at all.
Okoye striking Okoye usually ends up with a pillow fight.
Okay, we're back down here. Oh, you know what it was? It was the Wakanda Forever attack.
All right.
Yep. So now it's
Hmm.
Medusa's second
She
attack.
actually picks it up.
She does pick it up. Okay, interesting.
Interesting. Yeah.
I agree with
Yeah, I
you.
guess Lockjaw can go next and teleport her away, but it's easier for
Black Panther to do it.
uh, easier for Merzain's Valkyrie to daze Medusa
Y-
instead of Black Panther.
yes. Let's see if he decides to pick up that bait.
Hmm.
Shuri. Hmm. I'm gonna just turn on some lights. Hold on. Okay, I'm back.
Another aspect to this is the fact that now that Medusa is holding the herb, Merzain can daze her without priority being swung.
Mm-hmm. This is the other thing. Medusa's gone already, so like you figure Black Panther would be the one to go, because he, and then move the herb further across the board.
Hmm.
But all right, well, but Travis in the semifinals, not me.
Me neither.
Maybe he's
My
counting
results
on
are
Valkyrie to beat up
nothing to brag
Medusa
about.
and drop the herb again, and then Black Panther picks it up
Yeah,
and goes.
yeah, I actually think that's what I would be doing here,
Yeah, yeah,
because that allows him to place the herb as inconveniently as possible.
yep.
Uh, might even throw Panther away, or throw Medusa away from Lockjaw. But Panther is probably within 2 of Lockjaw, so he's not going to be able to prevent Good Boy from happening.
Right. Now, costly.
That might force Travis into switching to attrition and letting Panther go to town on Valkyrie. Oh, it looks like he is
Charge
going
going
in
after the
on
dog. That's not a bad
charging.
shout, actually. Get the teleport off the
Hmm.
table.
Yeah, interesting.
Not a big hit though. 2 hits, one save, reroll though. Plus Wakanda reroll. Does he have a power? He does.
So that's 1 block,
1 block, so 1 hit goes in
1
unless
damage.
he pays
Yeah,
for a reroll. Which button you going to push, Travis?
yeah.
Yeah, it looks like, yep, he's Wakandan.
Valkyrie really wanted 2 power here, but she's not going to get it.
Yep, saves both.
Nope, it's
Not a good
nothing.
roll. Not a good roll. Okay.
No,
Merzain trying it again. Ooh,
he needs to
that's a
roll
little
big
better.
here. 3, that's, yeah, not enough.
3.
Also, only 1 reroll this time from Travis because Lockjaw is at 0 power.
So two hits go through. That gives him 2 power,
Yeah.
which is what you want, which he immediately spends. What a boss. So they gotta spend no time thinking about this.
Hmm.
What's the throw on the Valkyrie? Is it short?
It's short and it's only size 2. Maybe he forgot that Lockjaw is size 3,
Oh, okay,
because it looked like he was measuring short from Lockjaw
sure.
first.
Yes.
Because this, yeah, Panther is actually not within 2 of Lockjaw. So if he can get Medusa outside of 2, then Lockjaw has taken 2 damage, so he still will be able to do 1 teleport, which is all you need basically. So losing Good Boy is not huge here.
Yep. Yeah.
So
I wonder if that was
that
a
actually
error
turned out
on size 3.
way worse than Merzain was hoping for.
Yeah. I think he must have forgotten about the size 3 thing.
Mm.
Because otherwise that would have been a brilliant play.
Yeah, for sure. But the 2 damage going through still makes it so that he had to daze Lockjaw to stop the teleport from happening,
Right.
because
That's hard. He's pretty
yeah,
beefy. He's pretty beefy.
he is, and also getting power from damage.
Yeah, helps him out.
So she's gonna clonk into that container and be outside of 2 from Lockjaw.
Okay, that's something.
So sure.
But
He is
Medusa,
not a good boy at this moment.
no. But he's got 2. That's all that matters.
But this actually sort of helps Travis's plan because it puts Medusa slightly closer to the north container.
Sure.
And so we will get slightly more out of his teleport.
So he'll take some damage. Just 1, I guess.
He will probably end up quite close to Enchantress, though, so she will have the chance to mess with the herb one for another round.
All right, the question then is, what's Black Panther doing? Does he kill Valkyrie or Enchantress? Well, Enchantress is dazed already, right? So
I don't think he has much choice other than going for Valkyrie here because he's not holding the herb.
1 second,
Maybe
Hugo. Hey, QTR. Valkyrie, sorry, Enchantress needs a dazed token before they hit the button. Go ahead, Hugo.
Yeah, because Panther doesn't have a really good job here. He can strike Valkyrie once to get 1 point. He could also probably move and beat Shuri off her point, but she hasn't activated yet, so she would probably tank it and then be able to push Panther off. So my guess would be that he goes for Valkyrie, push her off, and then move on to the point, which doesn't feel super great, but points are points, and Travis is behind, so...
Points are points. Brilliant. All right. Seems like there's either some thinking going on or... Oh, we're talking too much. Yeah, that was it, QTR. It's the only thing I see is the dazed token missing off of Enchantress, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but usually then they hit the auto cleanup button and then it won't react if it's just not seeing the dazed token. Is Travis thinking here, potentially? Not sure. So he's got Black Panther left to go. Oh, he's got a lot of characters left to go.
It seems like the Valkyrie throw gave him something to think about after all. What Panther does, though, is that he basically forces Travis to act now with Valkyrie. Lockjaw, I mean, because there is if Lockjaw doesn't go now, there is a great chance that Panther will daze him.
That Wakandan Forever card was very helpful in this stage of the game. Because, I mean, what's going on top here? Nothing, really. Up top here is just going to be Okoye doing something. Thor getting the hell out. Shuris, the Shuris, what they're up to might be interesting. All right, seems like there was some sort of conference there. But now, yes. Is it Travis's turn?
Travis.
Oh, yeah, of course he did. It was Valkyrie. Now it's
the red stick, so it's Travis's stick. So he's checking to see that Shuri can indeed push Panther, but given that container, it's not going to be a very impactful push. It looks.
Here we go. 2 hits, 1 save, so 1 goes through.
Yeah, this is Panther punching
Big barn.
Valkyrie.
Yeah, so it's 4. I thought it was Shuri. I gotta fall. Gotta keep up. These guys are fast.
He was measuring Shuri, yeah, probably just for
future reference.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. And here goes the push, getting shoved off that point.
Yeah. Question is if he can push her in a way so that he can move once, pounce into her, and still be within 1 of the objective,
Right.
or even pounce so that he ends up within 2 of Lockjaw, triggering a good boy.
So it seems like the Lockjaw is just going to port Medusa, and that's how he's going to get closer to the vessel.
I just realized I'm talking crazy. I was discussing a couple of minutes ago Panther dacing Lockjaw, but they're on the same team.
Okay. Yeah. Who's drinking the whiskey? What are you drinking?
Nothing, unfortunately.
Well, you should be like that robot from that cartoon. What the heck's that name? Bender. You need to be like Bender.
Yes, Bender.
Unless you're drinking, you're inebriated. You
Yeah,
can't think straight.
I love Bender. Okay, so he's not going to pounce, but he's going to be within 2 of Lockjaw,
Yeah, and
who will
he gets the
then
point. He wants to get
for
that
sure be a
point.
good boy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Medusa. Oh no, I keep saying that. It is
That
Enchantress.
will
Yeah.
actually give. Mm,
All right.
yeah, Shuri has the possibility of pushing Lockjaw away, stopping that good boy.
Oh, that's a nice play.
But yeah, maybe.
No, but
Thing
more
is
importantly,
that
Hugo,
Lockjaw doesn't.
he'll be
If he,
outside of 3 of Medusa, so he won't be able to
yeah,
port.
but he can move once and
Oh
then
yeah, of
port
course.
Medusa.
Yeah. Boo.
So, and Shuri will then have to leave her secure, which will cost him a point, most likely. Not sure if that is great. Trading 1 point for 3 power on Lockjaw. 2 basically, because the shot is likely to give him 1.
So it looks
This
like
looks like an Okoye activation, maybe.
2 hits against 1 save.
Okoye doing a spear blast into Travis's Okoye, maybe.
Yeah.
In that case, it's anyway, it's a good roll here. 4 damage, 2 damage going through. We'll see where. Yep, it was Okoye.
2 damage going through. Well, halfway there.
Uh,
But just 1.
no, only 1 damage because she counts blanks.
Oh right, yes.
Within 2.
Within 2. Oh, it looks like Merzain also used the affiliation ability to heal his Okoye.
Yes.
All right.
Which is what the little A-Force token symbolizes. I wonder why he's.
Yeah, sometimes
I
it doesn't
guess
pick up.
he could be A-Force affiliated here, but
all right, here we go.
he's not. Yep.
Where is
This
that
is
vessel?
Lockjaw doing the teleport.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Where is that vessel at? Where is the vessel? There it is. Okay.
Yeah. This is Travis checking so that he doesn't place Medusa within a for Asgard move from Thor. Thor would still probably be able to throw a
Stagger.
maybe be able to throw that truck into get close enough to that truck to throw it into Medusa if she ends up there.
We do have
Maybe,
brace.
not sure.
Brace
He
still
has
on the
brace,
table.
yeah.
Now it's getting interesting. Where it's not such as just a cluster of little guys in one side now. It's the 2 sides of the board are actually interacting.
Because Enchantress will there hasn't been a priority swing yet, so Enchantress will be able to do an activation at the start of next round to mess with Medusa's placement here.
It looks like a double port, so he's just going to keep leapfrogging his way over to the vessel.
I suppose he wants to teleport Medusa again before activating her next round.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is probably enough to let her reach the container by round 3. And since Thor it'll be interesting to see if Thor then tries to start his long journey towards the south container, or if he decides to stick around and try to stop Medusa from scoring hers. I don't really see how Merzain has any tools to allow Thor to get to reach his container before round 6. So it's kind of likely that he won't go for that. He's just gonna carry around the herb as a +1 physical attack dice token.
Not sure who is he's shooting at. I guess it was Lockjaw. Yeah.
Yeah. Sort of limited push here, but it does allow for Shuri to generate power.
Yeah.
To use for rerolls later. Didn't roll a skull though, so only one. Mm-hmm. I don't know, maybe he could also have just put 2 damage into Medusa here with Shuri.
Mm-hmm.
By shooting her twice.
Yeah.
Think that might have been more useful, but not sure what his plan is.
Oh, his rolls have been terrible though. Ugh.
Yeah, so no damage. And basically no push either. Just gonna bump her into Lockjaw.
Yeah.
Unless that was Lockjaw again.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But maybe that's what he's trying to do, is kill off
Yeah.
the dog.
Yeah, so that he maybe can KO them next turn, because Enchantress has a very nice spray here. He can, if he gets Lockjaw down, he has a good chance of dazing him before he gets to activate, and that would effectively stop Medusa from reaching her container next round.
Looks like a Koye. Travis, is a Koye going? No problem. Merzain shrugs that off.
I've been talking about containers all game, but the proper name is, of course, the vessel.
Okay. It's like the Dutch when they talk about evacuating the citizens. I think, what do they call it? They sell the citizen.
What's Dutch about selling people?
Seriously. No comment.
No comment.
All right.
No red light going on here. No.
Koye uses the second activation to move forward, or a second action, I should say. Is Thor gonna wipe out Okoye now? People are saying that he's got to stay there to goaltend. He can't leave the vessel.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my conclusion as well.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Thor the goalkeeper.
Ooh. So Thor again. This happened last time,
Yeah.
International Women's Month, and Thor just rocks up to the women and wham! He gives. It's not cool, dude. Not cool.
That is a
stagger.
Stagger, which she doesn't go down, so the stagger, yeah.
He's gonna try
But
it again.
he's gonna, yeah.
One more. Yeah, Thor does not like Okoye at all. Oh, yeah. And have a little rest on your month. Boop. Is it going in or what? What's happening?
2, yeah, she should be dazed. And there's the days.
There's the days.
Yeah.
QTR, you got to ask them to put that days token on again. If he doesn't get to it, there it goes. He got it. All good.
Are you never sloppy with your tokens, Norbert?
Well, look, it's just a big game. Yeah, Art's got it. All right, Shuri is after, well, Enchantress, she's not going to push, so. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Travis's Okoye. She should she should have completely withstanded that.
See, from this point, I'm seeing Sooner talking about that Travis has gone all in on the Herbs play here. I'm actually not certain that that is his only out, because Thor is probably going to stay as a goalkeeper over there. So what he could do, because this round he's likely going to score 2-2 on the secures. So if Travis were to go against Okoye next round and score 3-1 on the secures, then there would actually be a tie for points by the end of round 3. And if he can then just keep scoring those 3, he actually does not need the Herb.
All right. So it looks like Shuri just shuffled around a little bit, and now they started turn 3. And it's 5-3 in Travis's favor. And here comes Enchantress. He could beam the dog and Medusa, seems like.
Yeah, this is going to be, the dice on this is going to be big for what happens this turn.
Oh, he's going to do the Siren's Call first, apparently.
He's going to, yeah, that's, I don't think, she can't Siren's Call her onto the truck, I think, because that's a climb. And the Siren's Call is an advance. So maybe QTR wants to double check that.
It's advanced, that's right. All right. But maybe, yeah, if he just squeezes her next to the dog on the floor. We're just wondering, it's not pertinent yet, QTR. It was depending on whether if he's going to pop her in there, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Siren's Call is not, it's not possible to get her on top of the truck with Siren's Call because that's a climb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looked like he was measuring that, but maybe they caught it themselves.
Yeah. I just took a look at her card. Sometimes it just says movement, and in that case, I believe advance or climb would work.
No, climb is an action.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Or a wall crawler. Oh, yeah, no, she's got nothing.
Yeah, you need... Yeah.
She doesn't have flight or anything. She's firmly grounded. So wall crawler and flight would let you go in on that truck with an advance. Okay. Interesting. All right. So there's some thinking time happening here. Oh, small thing.
This is going to be a mega beam. Yeah. If he manages to daze both Lockjaw and Medusa here, then Travis is in a really rough spot. I'm guessing that he's looking at maybe doing a rainbow bridge. Maybe he doesn't want to do the beam on Medusa because if he dazes her, he can't steal the herb.
Right.
So maybe he wants to do one beam on those two, generate enough power for him to get Medusa in and steal the objective and then move away and Rainbow Bridge. Can you use Rainbow Bridge while holding an objective? That would force him to pull that off.
Correct.
He needs to generate.
Correct, you can.
3 power, I think. 3 power, yeah. So he would basically need to roll 1. He's going to spray all 3. So he will guarantee the power. It's quite unlikely that he will daze Medusa with 1 beam.
Right.
And if he does, that's still very, very bad for Travis.
Right.
All right.
Her hair in the way again.
So there is nothing stopping you from using Rainbow Bridge, even
Correct.
if you're holding an extract.
That's right.
There are some teleports in the game that are not usable if you're holding an extract, like the Storm leadership with the X-Men, for instance, or the Mothership and the Asteroid M.
I lost track of what's going on here. I mean, I assume the beam is coming.
Yeah, this is the Mega Beam going on.
Yeah, boy, Merzain's dice.
Not sure if he could get all 3 characters within the same beam.
No, it looks like only 2. Yeah, his dice, Roster Doctor, have been terrible. But he's stolen the...
So it seems that he stole the one, and now he's going to move and probably do a Rainbow Bridge, which I suspect that Thor will make use of as well.
Yep.
Be as far away as possible. Why not just go on to the point there?
Yeah. Anyway. And Thor, you think he's going to use it?
Maybe he wants to be as far away from... no, that's it. No. Because getting to the point would put him further away from Panther, I think. Now I actually think that Panther can move once, pounce, and strike her.
Yep.
Though he's still very far from his vessel, and time is starting to run out.
Yes.
It would, however, help his if he decides to go for the secure play, trying to score the bottom 3, or it would be on Travis's left side, the 3 secures there, to go to equal points this round, if he manages to do that, by taking Shuri out and scoring the bottom 3. Thor is having trouble unless he Rainbow Bridges now.
Yes.
I'm not sure if that's what he's going to do. He should be doing it, I guess, but he hasn't done it yet.
I think
now they're rolling dice.
I think Merzain passed the turn. Yeah.
Yeah, so he didn't use Rainbow Bridge with Thor.
No.
Okay.
He wants the gold tent.
Yeah, I suppose. But that, I think, really opens up Travis's secure play here.
All right, looks like Okoye's big attack into Thor. Ooh, good attack. Jeez. Okoye! Oh, boy. So that's 4 and 2 saves. So 2 go through?
Mm-hmm.
Or 3? What did I miss? 1, 2, 3, 4,
3.
5. So 4. I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
It's Okoye trying to kill Thor here. Travis's Okoye is trying to kill Thor.
Ooh, another 2 hits. Yeeks.
Yeah.
Okay. Does he have rerolls? Oh yeah, she gets her own reroll. Oh, 3, 1 save. So 2 go through.
Yep.
Oh, he's gonna pay for
Wakanda reroll.
Wakanda
Yeah,
reroll.
I would pay the Wakanda reroll if he really wants to daze him here.
Yeah.
because it's not bad keeping him on 1 damage, because that makes it easier to daze him in a later stage.
No.
But no.
Yeah, you've taught me that lesson too. How he wants to be on. He's happy to be on his injured side. Yeah, the guys in the chat also said there should have been only 2 hits instead of 3 on that first attack. But anyway,
Did they miscalculate?
I don't know. Don't know. It's hard to say when you don't hear anything.
Well, we'll know the result. We'll know the result soon enough.
Yeah, she probably got a pierce because she paid for her spender. That's what it was. She had a pierce. That's why 3 went through. Oop, there he goes down.
We'll see where he places the herb here.
Okoye, as usual. But do you think Merzain even cares about the herb anymore?
I don't think so. And the thing is that if Travis hadn't activated Okoye there, then Merzain... if Travis hadn't activated his Okoye there, then Merzain couldn't daze her without giving priority away. Which I assume he doesn't want to do at this stage.
Yep, good point.
Or maybe he does, to start interfering with the secure play, since he's probably given up on the herb play.
Not sure who's attacking here, but oof, Merzain roll again. PU, I can smell it from London.
Nerf Okoye. People in the chat are talking about it.
Oh, Xavier Protocols makes a good point that with Thor not having the herb, now he can double move. It's not that's probably, you're right, probably a better thing for him.
Yeah, so we'll see. I don't know what Travis's line of thought was, but I'm not sure that this benefits him in the long run.
So what
Thor
we were
will
just...
Thor will also be tankier on his injured side.
Yeah, exactly. What we were just watching was Merzain's Okoye trying to hit Travis's back and not doing much at all. Or anything.
All right.
Doesn't look like anything. It was a pretty crappy roll.
So now we're likely seeing a Lockjaw activation with a teleport of Medusa, making it as difficult as possible for Shuri. He doesn't want to put her too close to Shuri, though, because Shuri has Sonic Crush, and she has enough power to use it. That looks dangerously close.
Is it a 2 range?
It's a 2 range, and if that deals damage, it staggers. No, it staggers on a wild, I think, and it's also stuns. So. That would not be fun for Medusa to and he's not allowed to measure the 2 either, because he needs to use the 3 range stick for the teleport. Right. And since you're only allowed to use 1 stick of every type, I guess he could use the short stick and sort of because that's slightly longer than a 2, so he could, if he's outside of short, then he's also going to be outside of 2. But I am seriously concerned that he is within 2 here, and that Shuri is going to mess with his plans with the Sonic Crush.
Look at the dog. Dog keeps coming along.
Yeah.
Well, the dog will get Sonic Crushed anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like just
maybe I would have rather
it's just
seen
he wants
I guess the alternative.
Yeah, he's going to hop off maybe and stay within 1, but hop off so he gets better angle on one of those 2.
One play that opens up here, unless Shuri pushes the dog away, is that he can Travis can Royal Decree off of Lockjaw onto the point, I think, maybe it looks like that. Yep, he maybe probably ended up outside of 2 because this is Merzain moving Shuri and paying 4 for what I assume to be a Sonic Crush into Medusa. Because Medusa, with Lockjaw there, Medusa, if she gets the power, she can Royal Decree onto the point and strike Shuri once to push her off, which actually is more than enough for what Travis needs to accomplish here. So we only got 1 power. Only taking 1 damage. So, yeah. So, yeah, Medusa will probably Royal Decree onto the point and then strike Shuri. He's checking to see if he's going to be within 3 of Enchantress by doing so.
Oh god, Medusa, so good.
Mm-hmm. She is.
Unbelievable.
I suppose what he could do is strike before doing the Royal Decree, because if he rolls the flurry, he would.
Ooh, that's an overhang.
Maybe.
That's an overhang.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, it looked like he would be able to find the spot.
Yeah.
But I'll leave that up to the judges. I mean, there's great margin towards the. He's quite close to the secure there, so there's probably a spot. There is probably a landing spot somewhere where he's still within 1.
It looks like they're shaking hands.
Mm-hmm.
Coochie coochie. What's he doing? What's he doing to Medusa? Get out of there. Is this when I'm supposed to use the magnifying?
Maybe they've called the judge to
verify where it can
get
be. Looks fine
the
where it is now.
I think it's actually looks out.
You think because it's not within 1 of the range?
Yeah, the shadow is not on top of Medusa's face.
In these instances, what I do is I lift up my model and lock it in the air, and then you can see the shadow more easily. But I guess it got called. Yep, he's fine. Yeah, he's got 3.
Okay, so maybe there's some
judging. There's some judging.
Yeah,
judging things happened.
So it seems that he was able to place there, and we'll see who he elects to. So my guess would be that strike Shuri, hope for the flurry, and then strike Enchantress. Because he has the possibility. He probably needs to KO her. Because she is so dangerous.
Yeah. Thanks. Quote my name. It's exactly what we thought was going on. Yeah. Great to have the accusers on hand, both in the game and outside the game, help us out, but also help the players out more importantly. And that looks quite legal there now.
There is a position for what he's trying to achieve, so it's just this measuring out exactly where Medusa is to stand. But I think there is no problem for him to be within 1 of the console. And still be within 1 of... Woof. We're up in the air here.
Yeah, I'm going down.
I'm getting dizzy.
Sorry. Oh, how can I...
Okay.
Oh,
so...
There we go.
When can we expect to see some dice here?
Ooh, God, Travis. Ooh. Ouch.
That is...
6.
That is probably 1 day's Shuri.
Oh, God. Oh my God!
Suppose.
I guess his thing about his dice is right. Jesus.
Yeah.
God.
And he rolled the flurry.
Yeah. He got everything he wanted. Oh my God.
Oh, he was striking Enchantress here.
Yeah.
He was striking Enchantress.
Sure. He's trying to get that herb back.
All right. Yeah, maybe he was expecting to get enough power to throw Shuri off with a hair flip.
But why bother?
Because if he had not because he didn't have the possibility to lower the defense on.
So who picks up the herb now? Black Panther?
no one,
No one.
maybe.
No one, maybe.
Maybe Panther can get to a place where he can score it round 5. But yeah, at this point, that feels riskier than just having him try to Daze Valkyrie and score the bottom secure. Although if Travis actually gets the herb to his vessel, then that will probably win him the game.
Sure.
Yeah, so he used the second flurry attack into Enchantress as well, KOing her, and now he's using the hair flip to throw Shuri away, securing him the point. Uh-huh.
No, Jacob. He Medusa was just attacking directly into Enchantress and knocked her out.
Yep.
Dropped the herb, so the herb's sitting there.
Yep.
Herb. I'm living in Britain. I have to remember the H.
I'm actually having a hard time seeing how Merzain is in a good spot to turn the game around if Travis chooses to go for the secure here. I think that's a more secure play than trying to score the herb.
Yeah.
I think because Thor is still around over there.
Sure.
And he will be much harder to take out on his injured side.
So it looks like the warrior renown or whatever it's called. The bigger.
Looks like a dragon fang.
Yeah, dragon fang. Oh, that was a good hit. Poof.
He used the dragon. I think he was on 5 power, so a charge with a dragon fang.
Yep.
My personal choice would be Warrior of Legend, but
because of Black Panther's ability, right? Look at him; he's save 4.
Mainly because then you generate power off of damage, which you don't with Dragon Fang.
Yeah.
And I think that the strike with Jacob can correct me on this, but I think that a strike with the Warrior of Legend has equal output potential to a Dragon Fang. I may be wrong there.
That's solid 3 saves. Only 2 hits go through. Amazing.
The automatic bleed is, of course, a nuisance to Panther, though.
Sure. This is the normal strike. Oh, 3 skulls. My God.
I suppose counting the chance for flurry, that makes it better than the Warrior of Legend.
It's always
but
a
it's
debate.
Still
it's always a debate.
Quite risky, yeah.
But Merzain's dice are doing him.
It's just so sad when you use a Dragon Fang and you fluff your dice.
Yeah.
Because you've spent 3 power and gained nothing.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, I've changed my tune on that. I tend to charge with the strike first and then do Warrior Legends.
Yeah. We got the Xavier protocols, right? One single attack, sure, but the flurry gives more upside to Dragon Fang. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, this is pretty painful. Poor Merzain. I hope he's holding it together, not tilting too badly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Roster Darkness making a good call. He might have passed. Well, actually, he doesn't have any other characters to activate. All he could have done is pass, which is just to delay the inevitable.
Okoye should have been the model activated because now BP can walk and push.
But Okoye
is already activated.
Yeah, she's done already.
Maybe he meant Shuri.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Wasn't making sense.
That is a Dazed Valkyrie.
Oof.
So now yeah, Travis has already secured the 3-1 score this round, which will put them on 6 versus 6. And things are actually starting to look brighter for Travis here, I think.
That was
because
Black.
all he has to do now is keep this positioning for the rest of the game, and he will be ahead.
Yeah.
The game will likely go to round 6, though.
Yep. It's looking that way. With these slow scenarios, I am not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Black Panther used Medpack, for the record.
Yep. And
they haven't hit the button yet. Shuri's still thinking about stuff, and Shuri's done doing nothing. There we go.
yeah, we'll see what will be Merzain's first activation here. Roster Doctor expects it to be Warrior of Legend Dragonfang. Maybe.
Yeah, you think he's in a good spot if he takes out Black Panther. I mean, the way I see it, he gets the points, but then
yeah, he's it's not bad.
it's okay, I suppose. Because I mean, I don't think
It
Black Panther's going to
increases
leave, right?
greatly increases. Thor has a good chance of taking one of the 2 middle secures away from Travis at some point.
All right, here we go. It is Valk.
Although being 1 character up, Travis will have the last activation.
Ooh, there's a solid hit. Oof.
Yeah.
Not the wild, though.
At this point, the game could go either way, I think.
I agree.
Very exciting.
Yeah, 8 successes, 1 save. That's 7 go through before Wakanda
Woof.
rerolls.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's eating it.
Did he use Dragon? Yeah, he's used. Yeah.
Yep.
There's no reason to. It was too big of a roll to even try.
It's not worth it. Just wasting power at that point.
Yep.
Well, okay. That's maybe a turn in luck. Lady Fortune has finished toying with Merzain and is back on his shoulder. I don't know.
Yeah, he needed a big roll there, and he got it.
He got it. He got it. With 1 action to spare, what is Valkyrie
Yeah.
going to do now? Well, Valkyrie's
unless he dazes an unactivated character, another unactivated character this round, he will actually retain priority. He's 1 model down, which might be big for turn 5.
Yeah, no, I was saying Lady Luck just got finished. Was tired of Travis's and decided to visit Merzain's for some reason. All right, what was this now? Is this Medusa going after Shuri?
Yeah. Who is not on her injured side.
Ooh, only 2 hits there, 1 save. As the Inhumans roll, that 1 hit.
Yeah. And then there will be the Wakanda roll as well, paying points there, power there. So we got 3 hits, 1 block for 2 damage. And he got the flurry, importantly.
Ah, nice. Oh boy. That is nice. Between the Inhuman roll and the Wakanda roll, you always fish for that flurry. It's very easy to get.
She has very good odds of getting that off at least once if she double attacks.
Ooh.
That is not a good roll, though.
Yeah.
So he can easily afford because he only needs to do 1 more damage, really, because then he can use Hair Flip to throw her into the container and daze her. Do 1 auto damage. Merzain can, of course, brace that, though. Both players have As a matter of fact, I don't think we've seen a single piece of terrain being thrown
Nope, not
this
yet.
far.
Some people. Some discussion going on there. Yeah, I mean, she clearly is going to hit that container if that's the issue.
Mm-hmm.
And still within 3. Some discussion going on that we're not privy to.
Yeah.
Well, this is where the point where should we do some witty banter to help people.
Mm-hmm.
What's Shuri thinking right now? She's just like, what is Medusa doing to me?
Yeah, I think she's terrified. What's the deal with all this hair?
I know, right?
So much hair in my mouth.
Ooh, the worst. Wonder if Medusa's suffering these days with the lack of hairdressers.
Know what Travis is considering. Maybe he wants to.
He keeps thinking whether to throw her away or to throw her forward.
It's a push though, so she will bump.
Oh, I see. It's still in the push part of it, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Madeline Orange.
So
she is.
So he pushed her a minimal. What do you think should happen in the event of a stalemate?
I should bring more whiskey.
Oh, you mean you mean a
where they just keep scoring the same amount of points.
Keep scoring the same amount of points. I don't know.
I think we.
I guess
keep going until somebody's.
Is that possible? Because there would always be one of the players activating last who could probably double move and throw someone off a point, taking it for themselves.
It's Medusa. 3 hits. Shuri saved 1. And has dazed her.
Yep. Quite expectedly so.
Yeah. All right, so we have Merzain winning this point at the bottom, Medusa scoring that point on the left, Shuri scoring the point on the right, so it's going to be even on the secures again.
Yeah, there are some activations still to go, though.
Yep.
That was a long one, though.
Yeah, makes sense, though.
Maybe the throws characters are KO'd. Yes, Jacob, that is certainly a possibility. I would consider it an extremely unlikely situation, but sure.
Interesting what's going to happen next. People are suggesting Merzain should do his Okoye, get rid of the other Okoye. That's not so easy. It would have to be Thor to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Some thought going in here on the player's side.
Yeah. Merzain could pass here if he wants.
No. 3 hits. 3 tech dice, rather. Against 4.
I actually do think Merzain passed, and because this is Travis striking again.
Yeah, okay.
So it looks like Travis is activating his striking with his Okoye into Merzain's Okoye.
Yep. Oof. Koye doing great work again. 3 hits. Oh, the reroll. And no, 3 hits into, so 1 damage.
Thor is capped out on power, so there wouldn't really be a downside to striking him at this point.
That's a good point.
Except that Okoye probably bodyguarded it.
Yeah. That's not such a good save. 3 hits.
No, that's one block. 3 has a 2 through, 1 reroll. Merzain also has a reroll, which takes place after Travis's. He has to decide on the counter reroll, which he spends 4. Might get 4.
Yep, gets 4.
Gets 4. Against 1 block this far, maybe 2.
No, Merzain's
No.
dice.
So 3 damage, and that is actually a daze.
Yep. Poof.
So then Thor is the only character left to go for Merzain.
Oh man, looking pretty grim. So question is, let him pass or not? So Shuri's going to try to stay within 1.
Thing is here, I don't know if Travis could move Shuri towards the medium towards the bottom point, push Valkyrie off, and then have Lockjaw teleport once and move short ones to the right objective from our perspective. Maybe he doesn't fit on top of the truck. Though we could probably move short and then teleport. Quote My Name has posted an answer to the question of stalemate from CP01. If neither player has won the game by the end of round 6, the player with the most VPs is the winner. If both players are tied at this point, the game continues until a player scores VPs and has more than their opponent. Okay, that does not actually solve the conundrum, though. That was the unlikely situation that Xavier Protocols brought up, that only 2 characters alive sitting on 1 secure respectively, and they're just scoring 2 points a turn every turn, and no one has throw, so they can take away a point from the opponent.
All right, looks like
Yeah.
Koye had gotten thrown.
Yeah, I guess it's a heavily unlikely situation.
Five hits so far, 2 saves.
Yep, this is likely the end of Travis's Okoye.
6 into 2
Yeah.
saves, so you could reroll.
He could theoretically survive, maybe. No, this is the first attack, so he's
done.
Yeah.
A lot of
He's
effort,
gone.
though. Maximum effort.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
That leaves the dog.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't think it's a bad thing moving the dog to the right objective from our perspective, freeing up Shuri to move and push someone off a point next round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty bad.
It's a draw. Move on with your life. In the case of a stalemate, mate, was the answer that Roster Doctor got from AMG back in the day. Apparently. In slightly different phrasing. Oh, that's sort of disappointing.
Yeah, Mandolin Orange, we may have to do it tonight. Make that call.
Yeah. I somehow doubt it.
Yeah, no, it looks like one.
I don't know if there are any characters still alive without some sort of control mechanism.
What is the dog up to?
Yeah,
Maybe fell asleep. He's having a little nap.
I think that what Shuri, instead of just standing on the point, she could have moved south and pushed Valkyrie off
Oh, interesting.
the
Yeah.
the low point, and then the Lockjaw could have moved to the right objective here. Because I don't know if he needs to do more teleporting today. Maybe he's considering a herb play with Lockjaw, teleporting twice, maybe
No, he can't.
getting.
Well, he won't be able to do it twice in one turn.
He can actually teleport once and move once.
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think he's actually considering whether he can reach it this turn.
Yeah.
Hmm,
Looks pretty
that's
close.
spicy.
Yeah. Looks
Yeah,
close. That would be.
I think it's far. My guess would be that it's too far, but it's certainly not that far. Hmm. Interesting turn of events.
All
Because
right.
if Travis scores the herb once this game, uh,
Oh.
maybe he could grab the herb and set up for that move next round on a proper distance from Thor.
That looks too far.
Yeah, that's
I mean, if you were
he
desperate,
can grab it and set it up for next turn. Thor is likely gonna have some trouble taking Lockjaw out if he positions right, and then he can't really stop him from reaching the herb. Guess double move and throw him, but then he will leave Okoye scoring the northmost point, giving Travis the lead on extracts most likely.
climbing gear. Yes, good point.
Oof, yeah, that's true. But he doesn't. Lockjaw currently doesn't have enough power for that. He needs
No, no,
one
no, no,
power to
no,
pick
no.
up the.
Thor could use it. Merzain has it, not Travis.
Yeah, but Thor is already activated. You mean for next turn?
Yeah,
Sure.
he's not even thinking about it.
I don't know if that's going to be the difference between in or out. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't.
Looks like Travis trying to lock this game up by getting this herb to happen.
I guess the best place for Lockjaw would be next to Shuri. He could maybe even go to the. He could move once, teleport to like the right side of the car, beyond the point. Maybe heal himself for one, and then do the teleport move shenanigans next round. Should probably be able to find a place where he's in. Thor could, of course, move twice and throw him, but then Travis easily takes the lead on secures. Because I think if Lockjaw moves short towards Shuri and then teleports, he might be able to get across to the other side of the car.
The hauler.
The hauler, yeah.
Yeah,
The
possibly.
truck.
Yeah.
And that probably puts him within a teleport and a short move
Yeah,
from the herb.
and staying away from Thor.
Mm.
Hmm.
Probably still within a double move from Thor. Like move, climbing gear for Asgard. But then again, like I said, that puts Travis in an excellent spot to take the lead on secures.
Yes, which is what's been winning this game.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still thinking about it. Big play here. Taking his time.
Okay, so maybe he's just gonna go for it.
He's still trying to convince himself of it. See,
Mm,
this is where a death clock
oof.
comes in
Yeah,
handy.
it's
You wouldn't be messing around like this if the
yeah.
clock was
I
ticking.
would I would say that's gonna be far.
First of all, you could move this stick over just a bit more. And now what's happening? He's doing it the other way around. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's way far.
way too. It's way too far on both ends.
Yeah, here you cookie. Where's the chess clock when you need it? Tick tick. I mean, he's measured this already. Why are we doing it a second time?
Set up for next round and be done with it.
I know. It's the worst. Yeah, he finally
No,
he came
it's
around.
this is one has to remember this is the semifinals. You want to evaluate every option. Uh, so I can understand
It's true,
Travis's position here.
but time is also a resource, and so
Sure. Hmm. Yeah, I think he would have had more options if he had teleported, short moved first and then teleported.
yeah, because the place gives you a lot more flexibility of where you want to go. Though he can
Yeah.
climb, so but nonetheless,
Yes, but I don't think he's too big to be on the hauler.
right. I see what you're saying. You have to clear it. Yep.
Yeah, can get across it though. Probably a good place, and then spend one to heal the 1 point of damage.
Yep. That looks a little far though from the point.
Mm, not within there,
That doesn't look like
so
it.
maybe, yeah,
Nope, now it's in.
yeah.
He's gonna aim his butt. Butt to the camera.
Pay one, heal one.
Yep. Okie doke. Yeah, yeah, the little symbols on there. You're
Yeah,
fine.
that's it. Yep. So he removed the damage, but he didn't remove the power.
There it goes.
There he goes. So this is going to be a 2-2. No, because no one is scoring. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Merzain is scoring the top objective because that's his Sequoia there.
Yep. This is what we're saying. We're going to go into an infinite loop.
Yeah. 2-2. So we're already in turn 5. Already. This game has been going on for 2.5 hours. But with this crisis combination, it's bound to be a long one. For sure.
Yeah.
Will be the most interesting now will for sure be the order of activations. When does Merzain choose to go for Lockjaw with Thor? Because that is what he needs to be doing to stop the herb play. And Travis will have the last activation, so he will want to wait as long as possible to do the Lockjaw move. So it's up to Merzain to prevent it in one way or another. I suppose a nice first activation would probably be Valkyrie, maybe, trying to take out Panther with a Warrior of Legend. Don't know the odds, if they're great. Given that Brace is still online, I would probably assume that they're not great.
Let's see here.
So is he looking to climbing gear?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's looking to climbing gear Shuri to maybe give rerolls to Valkyrie.
Interesting. Will
Yeah.
Valkyrie survive, though?
She has the first activation if she wants. Yeah. Looks like he's doing that. Climbing gear Shuri into within 4 of Valkyrie, giving her up to 3 rerolls.
So she could use
On
those on
her.
defense, you're saying?
No, on offense.
Yeah, but she's going to get killed by Black Panther now.
No, because Merzain has priority.
Yeah, but he's just moved his Shuri. So how?
Yeah, but with climbing gear.
Oh, with climbing gear. Beg your pardon.
So
Okay,
he's
I'm with you now. Oh, amazing. That was great use of the card.
yeah. So Valk will probably spend 2 for Warrior of Legend. I would at least, because there is a brace for impact there. So no point in saving power for the throw.
No. Bam, bam, bam.
So that is one sad roll from Merzain. He does have rerolls though. Panther has 2 blocks currently. He can reroll 1 more with Wakanda power after Merzain has made his.
He's got loads
so
of
he
power.
spent 2. Yeah. So 2 rerolls from Merzain here.
1 paid off. That's such a great start.
So if he had used Warrior of Legend here, that would have only given him 3 hits still. Because he can't modify the skulls.
Right.
So he's rolling his second attack. How much?
That's better.
Travis hasn't put any damage through yet. He did because he blocked both.
Yeah, he blocked it.
So that's 4. Panther is definitely going to survive here. So this is very bad news for Merzain.
Yeah, that might be it. Oh,
yeah.
Boy. Oh.
Because now Panther has...
It's just going to wipe out that point.
Yeah, he's going to pounce for 2, and then he's going to pay 2 for Mantle, and probably just take out Valkyrie.
Yep. And he's throwing her.
Jeez, yeah.
All right. Yeah, roster doctor makes a good point. Shuri could get up there and push him off the point. So Merzain probably holds that point.
Yeah, but Travis doesn't have to go with Black Panther yet, so he could. I don't know if Medusa can be within 3 of Shuri and still be on the point. There. Or Panther could maybe pounce into Shuri.
Yeah. Pounce into Shuri, then move and attack Valk. He's pouncing himself back.
No, he can't pounce onto terrain. So that's a move.
That's a move. Oh, okay.
But he can now pounce into Valkyrie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Valkyrie can definitely be a player here.
Is he going to do rerolls? No.
So she dodged. She took 2 damage from the pounce, and now here comes the attack where he has spent the 2 for rerolls.
No.
Yeah, good point there, Jacob. Merzain has picked up the herb on Thor again, which limits him to 1 move, which is not great here because that actually means that he can't stop Lockjaw from doing his herbs play.
Interesting. You think he picked it up to get the better strength?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. That's all I could think of.
It's quite clearly a mistake here. Especially since he used climbing gear on Shuri. Yeah.
She's gone.
And that's Valkyrie out. So Shuri will be able to take the lower point, but I can't really see how Merzain can stop Travis from scoring the herb this round. The only possible way would be if Okoye moves and just does an insane roll into Lockjaw.
Like you do.
But Lockjaw has an infinite number of rerolls because he has Shuri next to him, he is Inhuman, and he is also a Wakandan.
Yep.
Thor also has a hammer throw, which Jacob correctly points out in the chat.
All right. There's the push.
So
basically
he has the possibility to do 2 attacks into Lockjaw. He's likely to have cover though, and an abundance of rerolls. So odds are not great.
No. This is attrition coming and bite Merzain in the butt now.
Yeah. We may actually have seen the game be decided in Travis's favor here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was asking a lot for
game
Valkyrie.
is not. The game is not going to end this round, theoretically.
But that was going to be asking a lot for Valkyrie to take out Black Panther with 1 activation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe if Shuri had contribute 2 points, but that was a lot.
But I think the big thing is Travis picking up the herb, because what Lockjaw needed to die here.
Yes.
Now he's looking to see if he can get within 2 to make a spender, but that is certainly too far. So it's just going to have to be the energy blast.
Yeah.
And I think Lockjaw will have cover there.
Yeah, there is a line, it looks like.
Yeah. And as we said, an abundance of rerolls. 2 skulls, though, is not a great result.
Ooh, wow.
So
1 save.
1 block.
Yeah.
It's going to be 1 damage, but that is 1 is not 6.
Yeah, he is a beefy little dog. Oh, did he just heal himself for 1?
Somehow he can't.
Yeah, that was weird. He did 0, so it turns out.
He activates Thor now.
Oh yeah, so what happened?
Maybe they've decided.
Travis probably activated Shuri and healed.
Healed
Lockjaw. Here's the hammer throw. Pretty average roll. 4 hits.
Yeah, 4 hits. It's not gonna do it. Especially not since that's 2 blocks right there already. Possibly 3.
2 blocks. So 2 goes.
Yeah, away. But he can keep re-rolling.
Oh, right.
And then he can, or he could just take 1 damage and he's going to take more. 2. He's going to take 2 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's staggered. Or shocked, rather.
No, shocked.
Shocked. Yeah. All right.
So I bet he's probably not planning on doing any strikes soon.
Yeah. He's better at throwing terrain anyway.
Yeah. So now Travis has all the activations.
Yeah, he's got the dog. It was just the dog. Because he used Shuri to heal Lockjaw, as I mentioned.
He must have activated Medusa doing nothing.
Yeah.
So
just sitting on the point, earning.
Yeah. So he has an abundance of power here.
Ugly.
He could position himself to throw a container into Merzain's Okoye before moving to the point, or just strike her.
Yeah.
with 3 dice. Oh my.
It's with bleed.
Maybe doing an intergalactic, interdimensional bloodhound for 3 to get 4 dice.
He is.
Massive, yeah. 4 dice strike into a martial artist Okoye. I would definitely have preferred to throw that container. The brace for impact.
Yeah, he has brace still.
Still in the hands of
Why has he got 6 dice?
6.
He's got 4, 2. Yeah, no, it gives you only 1. Intervention only gives 1. I'm sure the bite is 4, right? Yeah.
Is there something we're missing?
I don't know. The herb. The herb gives him an extra die. He's holding the
Yes,
herb.
but that would only take him to 5.
Yeah, no, but then he put
And
the
he
dog.
rolled.
No, he put the buff on or the debuff.
Yeah, but he's shocked. He's shocked. They forgot about shock.
Oh, they forgot the shock. Yes, you're right. The herb and the shock should have countered one another.
Travis rolled 1 dice too many.
Yes.
Not that it's gonna matter greatly, but there should be 1 dice less there.
Yeah.
If QTR finds that important, he would only be at 5 dice with Bloodhound and Herb.
Yeah.
So the crit would take him to 6 dice, but we see 7. And here comes the throw of a size 2.
Well, is there some lag? Because I don't see the results coming up. Oh, he braced it. That's why.
Yep.
Okay. I still don't see the results coming up, but that's weird.
All right, so Travis is going to score 6, going to 14.
Yeah.
And Merzain is going to go score 2, going to
10.
So he's actually, this is most certainly going to be game. Because Travis, even if Merzain cannot score his herb next round, which is going to be round 6, the last round of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So Merzain can at max get a draw, but then he has to score all 4 secures, and he only has 3 characters, so he can only get 13 points. So, there is no way for Merzain to win from this point.
Oh, look! It looks like they caught the shock. And
they decided to rule in Merzain's favor here.
Very sportsmanlike.
It's not
crucial at this point, is it?
No, it's not to say meaningless.
Yeah.
Because
although my inclination in situations like that is to re-roll the dice.
Yeah, mine too. I think that if it would have been a roll that mattered, there would maybe. I suppose the sport. If I were in Merzain's shoes, I would have opted for a re-roll.
Sure.
I guess one could argue that Travis should have remembered, and therefore the ruling should be in his disfavor, so to speak. So you just say that one of the hits was the dice too much.
The point for me is rolling dice is rolling dice. If you've literally rolled the dice and it was the wrong number of dice and nothing else has happened in the game, there's no reason that you shouldn't just re-roll the dice. Yeah. Luck is luck, whether it's one die roll or another die roll.
Sure, but then maybe it was a bad roll and then he explodes the second one.
Yeah, no, I agree. But this is my point. Those are just dice rolls. There's literally nothing about skill. There's nothing about rules interactions. Nothing.
No.
Yeah, Xavier, we're talking about that. We're saying if Merzain recognizes that Travis had rolled too many dice after he's rolled and literally nothing else has happened at that point, I don't see why he can't ask the other player to roll those dice again with the proper number.
I'm agreeing with you here, Norbert.
Yeah.
Just suggesting 2 different possible rulings in a situation like that. And it appears that they went with the other suggestion, which was not re-rolling.
Yeah, sure.
At this particular point.
Yeah, it's up to them. They're playing.
If it would have mattered, if it would have been an important role for the game, then
sure.
I do suspect they would have made the re-roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So are they just? I
have they
bet you they're
have
just
they
talking about the
discovered?
game at this point.
Yeah.
I think he's just going to concede.
Uh, yeah, because he's unable to score more than 3. There is no way,
Okay.
and that is not going to take him to 14. And he cannot wipe out um, all Travis's models either.
Right. Right. Well,
So
amazing
that
game.
means that we're going to see a finals game between Pat and Travis.
Indeed.
What do you think about that matchup, Norbert?
Mm, well, it's Pat knows how strong Wakanda is and has played against them a number of times, so it'll be an
Mm.
uphill battle, like it usually is, but it won't be a big surprise. I don't know how much he's been playing against the Medusa Lockjaw combination to see how much experience he has against that.
Yes. I would hold Pat as the favorite.
What and why's that?
Also, given that mainly because he knows Wakanda very well,
Hmm. Yes.
and he has also great flexibility in his roster. He can play A Force if he should he decide to do so. I don't think he will, because Magneto is one of those hard hitters that can one round She-Hulk, which Pat talked explicitly about at the Danger Room podcast earlier this week. So I do believe that we might be seeing a Wakanda off
Yeah,
in the
for sure.
finals, because
A
I don't
Force.
know if Brotherhood is great into Wakanda. A little too many ways of controlling Magneto, who needs to be doing a lot of damage. Also, given what Travis has played so far, he has been favoring Wakanda continuously throughout the finals. So most likely a Wakanda, which one could argue speaks to the power of Wakanda.
Yes.
I would say that it speaks to the power of the players and to some degree the power of Wakanda. But yeah,
I agree.
I'm
It's
holding Pat as a slight favorite in a mirror match. Dice will be important,
yep.
but we have seen some very high skill pivots from Pat in the semifinals. To be fair, we saw some very interesting moves from Travis here as well.
Hmm.
I'm quite convinced that he had given up on the Herb play at a point where he and then discovered that he had the chance to go for it with Lockjaw.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I somehow doubt that that was the plan all along.
I do too, and I do find it odd that it was Lockjaw who got the herb thing in the end.
Yeah.
Maybe because he can teleport himself and then he moves quite far. But there were instances where we thought Black Panther should have been moving it or Medusa should be moving
Yeah.
it, and he didn't take
Yeah.
those opportunities.
But that's what I'm saying. He saw the opportunity and he grabbed it, and that is one characteristic of a very skilled player. So congratulations to Travis,
Yeah.
and we'll be looking forward to an even more exciting finals between him and Pat.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't see how it could not be at this point. We have very different type of temperaments in terms of the players, but playing Wakanda, in all likelihood, both playing Wakanda. It's going to be interesting to see how they approach those factions on the table.
Indeed, indeed.
All right, my friend, thank you so much for a wonderful commentary today. It was a pleasure being with you.
Likewise, Norbert. Likewise. Thank you for having me.
Okay, my pleasure. Take care. Have a good night, everybody, and thanks for watching all those guys on the stream. Have a great night,
Good
everyone.
night.